YouTube was amateur boys there back with another banger in this video. Joseph Parker to weigh his career heaviest versus Daniel Dubois. Let's get it. Um, Lee from Joseph Parker's team says, I don't know if he's from the team, but he says he would be heavy, probably a career heaviest, but it hasn't affected his speed. I disagree. He says hand speed or his mobility, and he's certainly punching harder. I can feel it on the pads. So it's been a good move for him. I don't buy into the adage, if you're lighter, you move faster. If you're lighter, you get moved faster. Whereas if you've got some weight behind you, you're going to hold your feet, hold your ground more. You're a bit stronger in the clinches. It's a physical game we're in. The stronger, the better. Interesting. The first thing I want to talk about is how these dudes not going for science. They going for pseudoscience. They using that, that Pacific Islander logic. I don't even know what that means, but dude talking about he will be his heaviest, but it hasn't affected his speed or his mobility. Who believes that when you get heavy? Tell me anybody who believes that when you get heavy, you get faster. That's not how that works. You feel me? The bigger you are, the more work it requires, the more effort it requires to move. Which is why in any sport, the big man is usually the slower man. In life, the big man is usually the slower man. Right? If we look at the fastest athletes in the world, they're lean. They're lean and they're muscular. Right? The fastest got Noah Lyles, Usain Bolt, Fred Curley, Christian Coleman. Guys like that. They're lean and muscular. They have athletic, fast twitch. For most athletes look like smaller versions of Daniel Dubois and Anthony Joshua. You feel me? So weighing in at your heaviest, nobody believes that you're going to be faster when you get heavier. Nobody believes that. So he's definitely going to slow down. They say he's punching harder. I can believe that. But what value does that have when he's never been a puncher in his career? If he's a boxer, why try to make him a better puncher and limit his boxing ability in one of the toughest fights of his career? He's punching harder. Cool. He never been a hard puncher. So what does that change? And then he said he don't buy into the adage that if you're lighter, you move faster. Well, you disagree with science because that's how science works. You feel me? The less work and less weight required to move, the faster work can be done. That's basic science. So we know Joseph Parker gonna be slower in his fight. He experimenting with different weight classes in the biggest fight of his career, which is kind of weird. And he talking about clinching and all this other crazy shit. Man, it is what it is. Like I said, I don't understand the weight game. I logically don't understand it unless he's literally planning to stand in front of the ring, clinch Dubois, and push him on the ropes, and just absorb the punches better. That's the only reason I can understand him gaining weight, right? But it's definitely going to affect his speed and agility, which are his literal best attributes. That's like Shakur Stevenson saying, "Man, I'm about to fight Tank. Man, I might come in heavy this fight. I'm gonna rehydrate hella heavy. I'm gonna be heavy." When it's like Shakur, you a reflex speed fighter. Why would you try to rehydrate hella big against Tank? You feel me? You want to be light. You want to be able to move for as long as possible. That's the boxer. A boxer's best ability is his stamina and his skill to be able to perform at that high level for a long time. That's to a boxer's best advantage. Because let's be completely honest, the last time Joseph Parker came in at a career heavy, he got knocked out by Joe Joyce. I believe he weighed in at like 255 versus Joe Joyce, and he got knocked out. I seen it. His chin got touched. And yeah, because the less speed and agility that a boxer have, the more vulnerable he is to punishment. Let's even look at Devin Haney. Devin Haney looks slow versus Ryan. Either Devin Haney looks slow or Ryan looks super fast. Devin Haney was known for his reflexes and speed and ability to get out the way, but he couldn't get out the way of Ryan, and he looked kind of heavy. So being heavy is not always an advantage. It limits your speed. You can't move as fast. It might drain your stamina having to move all that weight. Right? You don't see big old guys trying to move a lot because you know they're gonna get tired extremely quickly. You don't see Martin Bakoli trying to box. You don't see Zili Zhang really boxing and moving too much. You feel me? You see them standing there waiting for a counter or trying to create a counter. So I think Joseph Parker is going to be vulnerable for a knockout. And if history repeats itself, I have Daniel Dubois by a late stoppage. And I believe he might hurt him in the early rounds just because he threw a lot of big punches. I don't know how good Joseph got dropped by Zhang, so he got dropped by Zhang. He got knocked out by Joe. If they can hurt him, I'm sure Dubois can hurt him. You feel me? Dubois is very quick, very athletic, very explosive, very strong, very powerful, and he mean. He's mean. You feel me? You already did AJ. He's mean. But I believe that for Joseph Parker is going to fatigue, and I think he's going to fatigue physically first and mentally second. When he can't keep Dubois off of him, he's going to mentally fatigue, and I believe Dubois going to stop him in them late rounds, middle to late rounds. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this. Till next time, man.